We have some breaking news in the nationwide redistricting battle. The Virginia Supreme Court just struck down a voter-approved Democratic congressional redistricting plan in that state. It's a big setback for the party that's looking to try to get an edge in this year's midterm elections. So President Donald Trump quick to weigh in, plant the flag on this one. True Social Post calling it a huge win for the Republican Party and America in Virginia. We also just got this reaction from House Speaker Mike Johnson, who wrote on X, "This ruling is a victory for democracy and ensures Virginians have fair representation in Congress." There's always another side of the story, though. Virginia Democratic Senator Tim Kaine says on X, quote, "Virginia Supreme Court has blocked the people's choice." Live now to CBS News political director Fin Gómez to talk about this. Fin, of course, the word on all of our tongues, midterms. A lot of people felt like Democrats had some strong wind at their back. How does this cut into that wind?
Great question, Reed. But Virginia is the latest in this battle, this ongoing battle, this war of redistricting between Republicans and Democrats. But make no mistake, as you said, this reversal by the Virginia Supreme Court is a huge blow to House Democrats and a big win for Republicans, and caps off a brutal time period, about 10 days for the party on redistricting. Virginia's Supreme Court just threw out that 10-to-1 congressional map that Democrats pushed through and voters approved a couple weeks ago. That map was designed to give Democrats an edge heading into November, and their reasoning was to counter Republican efforts in other Republican-led states on redistricting. And of course, there was that big Supreme Court ruling on that weekend, the Voting Rights Act, which opened the door for more aggressive Republican redraws. You saw Tennessee Republicans pass that 9-0 map on Thursday. Louisiana is on track to erase at least one democratically held seat, and now Virginia. But this is where the map may actually stand, Reed. I spoke to Kyle Kondik at the University of Virginia. Now, Kyle is one of the sharpest map watchers in the game. And factoring in Virginia plus the new Tennessee and Florida maps, he now has at least 211 seats that lean Republican, 208 at least that lean Democratic, and 16 true toss-ups on the midterm map. Now, Kondik says that it's reasonable that to think that Democrats could win the bulk of those 16 toss-ups, and quite possibly even more seats come November. So the House majority is still very much in play here. And one more thing to note, and especially to watch on Virginia. Virginia's Attorney General has precedent to challenge a state Supreme Court ruling and take it to the U.S. Supreme Court if they go that route. And we do know the Attorney General of Virginia put out a statement saying he was exploring different legal pathways. But they did this back in 2024, different Attorney General, a Republican, but they did have the Supreme Court weigh in and overturn that ruling in Virginia. But, Reed, as you know, the clock is ticking.
Right, and courts don't always move quickly. Fin Gómez, we know you'll be watching all of those developments. Thank you so much. Good to see you on a Friday or any day, friend. Take care.